All right, so basically for today's profile, I literally took a 60-minute trade for no reason. Um, right here, I'm kind of just marking out the main PD array on the 1 hour that I'm really focused on, and it was this thing right here that caught most of my attention. And if you look later on, you'll see a lot of sauce within that PD array. I want you to take notes on. But today, I mean, I'm kind of noticing we're kind of having some kind of reversal, turtle soup, fair value gap. I didn't really mark anything on TradingView because I'm delayed data right now. But if you look, we already have this huge expansion. I'm looking for definitely buys because of this strong order flow to go up. But I'm not 100% sure on how I would play it because I'm not really looking for shorts yet because we have no higher time frame confluences. But so I'm kind of just waiting, and I kind of just noticed, the whole move happened on the bottom over there, which was manipulation. Take notes if you want to see what it is. Journal it. We had a manipulation there. -2 was kind of our key thing. I'm kind of putting out the range, and I'm starting to notice that set of fair value gaps is our range. So I'm kind of looking for any type of SMTs in there. I will change the marking, but I want to show you guys that that's kind of what I'm looking for. I noticed that's a 50%, but that 50% isn't really as possible. So I move it down to fair value gap range, and could you not, we literally perfectly tapped it. So I was like, okay, nice rejection, we're up. Now, I entered in again because the fair value gap went to 75%, but I kind of cut it because it was a 1 hour trade. But I'm already doing really good. And I entered with the third contract because the market structure shift. My risk management plan is 1 micro a day added whenever I win. And I won Wednesday, and I haven't traded ever since. I'll show you guys. But basically, I'm up 100, $200. We're started the account balance with $350. And I'm not really looking for much in a money amount. I'm just looking how I can, continuously scale correctly with position sizing and different variables. This first TP would be our partial for 50 points. I told someone in the Discord, I said, I'm only taking 50 points. That 50 points actually gave us $103, which I'll take any day. I'll take any day. $103, bro. If you put it with Benjamin Franklin, I'd pick it up, But I noticed that we had a market structure shift being confirmed. So I was kind of just waiting for structure to happen. ES was a little laggy because I was kind of doing my own thing. -1 was kind of one of my first areas of do I want to see resistance? Not yet. I wasn't 100% sure. So I'm kind of just waiting. That 15-minute PD array that I marked down the red box, that is still active. But I'm noticing we're displacing very quickly above it. So I'm kind of adding a second sell as my 100-point mark. And then the third one as, I think that was our 150. Here's me, taking the first trade, 2 winning days, just to keep myself accountable for risk management. But the second one is my 100 points. So that'd be the second partial, 33.75. Nothing too crazy. I'm just kind of looking at that because I'm a little, curious about how it's going to go. I moved stops to break even because if I lose, I still had that $100 I was up. It would be $113 overall, maybe with some kind of issues with fleet, what do you call it, partials. But yeah, so I'm going to let this trade hit for y'all. But honestly, if I'm looking at it, it's doing really good right now. Key things I'm looking for is the fact that I'm kind of waiting for price to just distribute. I'm on the 3-minute right now because I'm looking on what is likely to be retapped into. I kind of showed it twice, but I'm moving my stops back and forth, keeping in control of it, making sure I'm doing good. Everything's all right. 15-minute PD array still holding. I'm kind of on the 3-minute while watching the 1 minute on ES to see why we would be retracing, which is for those fair value gaps. Something simple, something pretty easy. So I'm kind of just waiting for it. Simple, easy, nothing too crazy. I go on the 30-minute, and I see that I'm marking different highs where we would want to take profit for the day because, we can't really, I wanted to see some simple price action, nothing too crazy. And that's kind of where I'm at right now. But I make my profit white because if you look on the top of the screen, profit's white because if I see green or if I see red or if I see different colors, I get mentally destroyed. I'd rather see it black and white because you can't really tell. Mentally, you don't see it properly. But, I'm kind of looking through it and I'm kind of just waiting. But I'm going to let the trade hit for y'all. It's 2 micros, We're going to let the trade go. I'm just going to let it sit. Not really sure what else to say. I'm waiting for the 7 o'clock to open. But honestly, I'm going to just let it hit. Thank you guys.